Good morning on this beautiful April 14th, Tuesday, April 14th, 2020, day 5,660,000 of self-isolation and quarantine. Hopefully everybody's doing all right. I got my whiteboard of peace right here for today's workout. However, I have found, and I believe that this shows up backwards because of the way that I'm live streaming it. It shows up backwards. So not only do I have like chicken scratch for handwriting, but it's also backwards. So it's probably 5 times as hard to read. So I am gonna go ahead and flip this around for you guys. Now everybody will be able to see it. All right, 4/14/20, that is the date. So for today's warm up, because these are all of a lot of the main movements that we're going to be hitting, well, especially the first two. Third one we're going to be using more so for conditioning. The warm-up's going to consist of push-ups, squats, and jumping jacks. All right, then moving into block 1, we're going to be hitting some side planks, some banded chops, and some flutter kicks. All right, so this is all going to be a core block right here today, and we're going to be doing a lot of rotational work and be working a lot of the obliques. All right, so moving on down to block 2, we're going to be doing lateral push-up walks, lateral band walks, glute bridges, so that's going to be consistent of block 2. Block 3, moving on down, obviously I like to hit my arms and upper body, so we have some banded curls, some banded tricep extensions, banded lateral raises. Then block 4 is going to be our conditioning block. We're going to have lateral bound with lateral lunge, kickovers, and jumping jacks. I'm going to show you guys how to do all of this, so go ahead, take a screenshot of that if you can, if you're able to. Or you can go ahead and take a second, pause the video, go ahead and write this down, then go ahead and resume. You guys will be caught up. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead, spin this around, and show you guys the equipment that you may or may not need. Once again, you can substitute a lot of these for various things. So you can use a variety of different colors bands. If you have bands, if you have rope, any of that stuff, if you have an elastic band, you guys can use that. Even if you have like bungee cables that you use on a truck or a trailer or something in the garage, or a lot of people have them on their lawnmowers, you can take them off and use them for this exercise as well, all right? So the equipment that I'm personally gonna be using today, and once again, you guys can substitute this out for a variety of things, all right? So you can use any band, any color, depending upon the resistance level, what you're looking for, okay? Then we're also going to be using a band, and if you guys can use a rope, you guys can use a dumbbell, you could use a barbell, you could use a kettlebell, you could use jugs of water, you can use gallons of paint, literally anything that you guys want to use, you could use to substitute out for these bands. I'm just using them because they happen to be lying around and they're going to be very easy to use. Third thing I'm going to be using is something very simple. This is Studio, shout out to Tide, darks and colors. Boom. So this is great if you guys have colored laundry and you want to make sure that your colors are staying nice and vibrant. Get Tide laundry colors. We're not sponsored by Tide. But anyway, I'm going to be using this. We're going to be using these for whenever we are doing the kickovers. And you, once again, you could use a chair, you can use a box, you could use an ottoman, you could use a table, you could use almost anything. I'm just using this because it's very simple, it's very easy to use, it's lightweight, can move it around, and if I kick it, it's not going to hurt my foot too bad, and if I knock it over, it's not going to really be a mess. Just make sure that you got the cap on nice and tight. All right, so we're going to get into the warm-up. So we're going to start off with push-ups, squats, and jumping jacks, and that's going to be part of the first block. Also, make sure that you guys have some water on deck, real just close to the side, that way you guys can reach it, grab a quick sip, and continue. Remember, no giant sips, because we don't want it coming back up. We're going to be bouncing around, moving around a lot, so make sure you guys just take a nice little sips, and we're going to get into the workout, starting off with push-ups. My man Elliot, shout out. So we're going to start off with push-ups. We're going to go for 30 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. And remember, we're warming up. You don't have to go super fast, okay? Just nice and easy. And once again, these are very easy to modify. You could be on your toes, or if you want to make it a little bit easier, you guys could just drop down on your knees right here. And that's going to make it a little bit easier. Also, if you want it to be even easier, you can grab a chair and do the same thing, and that way it's going to be elevated. It's going to be a little bit easier for you guys, all right? So we're going to continue for the duration of the time. Then we're going to hop up, and we have body weight squats. And good. Let's go ahead and stand it up, and with your squats, focus on getting as deep as possible, all right? Right there, just as low as you can. Remember, so we're just on round 1, numero uno of the warm-up. Scoot back so that way I'm in frame the whole time. And right after these, we're gonna get right to jumping jacks. We got 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and jumping jacks. Let's get it. And I want you guys to do 3 rounds, all right? So we're gonna do 2 rounds, of everything together. Now I want you guys to go ahead and hit a third round. All right, so if you want, you can pause the video after we do the first round of the exercises and then resume it. That way we're doing it together. Or if you guys want to go through it twice together, then once on your own at the end, it's perfectly fine also. 3, 2, 1, and good. We're gonna be bringing it right down to the side plank. For a side plank, gonna be right here. Can be on our forearm or hand. Other hand can be on hip or up. And my feet, I have them stacked together like this. Or if you want to make it a little bit easier for balance, you can have them offset to the side, just like that, okay? We got 10 more seconds. Then we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. So remember, once again, we're getting right into the core block. So from the warm up to the first block, we're not doing any rest. From each block to the next block, we're gonna go ahead and do a 30-second rest and go ahead, switch sides. There you go. Make sure that those hips aren't sagging. Keep that core nice and engaged. Once again, we're working that transverse abdominis as well as those obliques, keeping everything nice and engaged, keeping it nice and tight. We got 10 more seconds. Then right after this, we are going to be moving on to the banded chops. And if you don't have a band, once again, you guys can use a bungee cable. If you have that, you guys could use a weight, anything for these rotations. And good. So I'm going to be using the band today to kind of show you guys, if you have a band or a bungee cable or something like that laying around, you guys can do that. So for these banded rotations, we're going to be right here, right? Nice solid foundation, slight bend in the knees, arms going to be locked out, and you guys can play with the height. So you can have it down low, you can have it right even, or up nice and high. And we're going to be rotating across just like this, squeezing that core. Boom, just like that. And once again, if you guys need to use a weight or anything like that, you guys can do it too. You can do it from down from an angle and up, open it up, similar to what we did last week. There you go, squeezing that core nice and tight as we're going by. We got about 13 seconds. Someone's off to the side, eating my chocolate. I hope it's not the last one. I'll be devastated. And good. And we're gonna go ahead and hit the other side right here. There we go, just like that. So that way you guys get a different angle. Coming all the way back, opening it up to the side, using those hips, squeezing that core. There you go. And once again, you guys can play around with the speed a little bit. If you want to accelerate and hold, if you want to go slow through the whole movement, you're all going to hit the muscle just a little bit different. We got 5 more seconds on the clock. Then we're going to bring it down on our back for some flutter kicks. And good. So for these flutter kicks, here's what we're going to do. We're going to be on the ground, right? Legs are going to be straight, and we're going to be alternating them just like this right here, right? I'm going to scoot forward. That way, my head's in the frame, so I can talk to you guys. And once again, these are all going to be 30 seconds. So after I'm done with these, we're going to have a 30-second rest between block 1 and block 2, all right? Now, once again, that does not include the warm-up. So warm-up to block 1, there's no break, but there's going to be a 30-second break between block 1 to block 2 to block 3, block 3 to block 4, all right? We got about 10 more seconds. Keep that core nice and engaged. Also, make sure we keep this low back flat on the ground. No arching, so I should not be able to get my hand under my back. Boom, right there. Keep that posterior pelvic tilt going, and good. So we're gonna go ahead, 30 seconds on the clock for a rest. Boom. Grab a quick sip of water. If you don't have your other equipment, now's the time to go ahead and grab it. So remember, we're gonna be doing some lateral push-up walks, some lateral banded walks, and also glute bridges. And I'm gonna be showing you guys different variations that you could do to make it a little bit more difficult for each one of these exercises, all right? So we got about 15 more seconds, but the way that we're gonna be doing these lateral push-up walks, we're gonna hit a push-up, step with our arms and feet, push-up, step, just like that, all right? So I'm gonna demonstrate these real quick before we get into it. The lateral band walks, once again, if you guys have a bungee cable, you guys use a bungee cable. If you have bands, great. You guys could use rope. You could use almost anything, all right? Anything that's just gonna create some tension. With these, we're gonna be right here in a quarter squat. Nice big step. Pick that foot up, come together. Right there, this is gonna be a great one for activating the glutes, just like that. And for the glute bridges, we're gonna be doing basic glute bridges down on the ground. Heels are down, toes are up, so I'm gonna slide up that way you guys can see. So right here, I'm gonna drive up, squeeze my glutes, hold it, and right back down. If you guys wanna make it a little bit more difficult, you can keep the band on, slide it up above your knees, and push out against it too. So you're getting a little bit of external rotation. It's gonna really help you guys hit that glute medius, okay? So, that was a little over 30 seconds for the rest. We're gonna get right into it, all right? So we got 30 seconds for lateral push-up walks, all right? We're gonna start in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, 30 seconds. Really push yourself. And you guys can count if you want. If you're gonna go 3 to the left, 3 to the right, whatever you guys choose to do. We got 15 seconds on the clock. Chest and chin to the ground, every single rep. No half reps. And good, we're gonna hop it up. We're gonna grab our band. We're gonna throw it around our ankles. We're gonna get 30 seconds on the clock for these lateral band walks, all right? And ready, let's get it. Nice big steps right here. Here we go. Really focus on keeping that foot, knee, everything straight, nice and square, nice big steps. Really firing up and engaging those glutes, all right? There we go, we got about 10 seconds left on the clock. Then we're gonna get right to those glute bridges. And since I have the band on, I'm gonna leave it on, slide it up above my knees, get a little extra work. All right, and let's get it. So sliding that band up, above the knees, heels are down, and we're gonna drive up and pushing those legs out slightly. I'm gonna scoot back so I'm in frame. Let's get it. Fire up, squeeze the glutes, drive through those heels, keep those toes up the whole time, all right? Great one for the glutes. I know it doesn't look like it right now. Beach season is still upon us, all right? It's coming, spring is here, beach season, right around the corner, right? We gotta get these glutes tight, gotta get looking right. We gotta stay ready so we ain't gotta get ready, right? Stay ahead of the game. We're not gonna be those people waiting for the last 4, 8, 12 weeks. Oh no, we're not in shape. Rushing to get in shape, not us. We're staying in shape throughout COVID-19. Let's go ahead and kick that band off. And moving on to the next block. But remember, 30 seconds between each block. So we got 30 seconds on the clock. Next one we're gonna be getting into is gonna be the arm circuit. Arm day, who loves arms? Arm day every single day, okay? So we're gonna be hitting some banded curls, banded tricep extensions, and the banded lateral raises. Once again, you don't need a band. You can use a dumbbell, use a kettlebell, you can even use a barbell. You can use laundry detergent, soap, whatever you got. The way we're gonna be doing this, I'm gonna unhook my band over here that I was using for those banded rotations. Use that same band. So for these banded curls, what we're gonna do, we're gonna step on the band. And if you wanna make it a little bit easier, have your feet close together, right? It's gonna be less tension on the band. If we walk our feet out, it's gonna put more tension on the band because the band's getting shorter, there's gonna be more resistance, okay? So right here, for the curls, I'm gonna show you guys the side profile. Elbows locked in, coming up, squeezing, or if anything, we want that elbow to travel forward slightly, okay? We're gonna come up, squeeze those biceps as hard as we can. That's how we're gonna do our bicep curls. For the tricep extension, if you have a band like this, we're gonna come down. I'm gonna recommend you're gonna have your feet spread out a little bit wider to the side, push down on that band, or you can have them closer if you need to, depending on the tension. We're gonna be right here and going straight up, just like that, up, locking it out, down nice and controlled. And for those lateral raises, once again, similar thing. You can do them together or you can do them single arm. Right here, just like that, all right? So we're gonna start off with those banded curls. We're gonna get 30 seconds on the clock, starting in 3, 2, 1, and let's get it. Squeeze those arms. And once again, you guys can play around with the speed. If you guys' band is a little bit easier, you just wanna do a bunch of reps, catch a sick pump, go for it. If you just wanna go nice and slow, focus on that time under tension, that mind-muscle connection, just go ahead, go nice and slow, all right? We got about 12 seconds on the clock. Focus on squeezing those biceps as hard as you can every single repetition, all right? We got 4 seconds, then we're gonna drop down and hit those triceps. Remember, we need to be hitting our triceps just as much, if not a little bit more, than we hit our biceps. Why, do you say? Well, bi meaning 2, we have 2 bicep muscles in each arm, right? Tri meaning 3, we have 3 tricep muscles in each arm.
our triceps make up 2/3 of our arms. So we need to make sure we're not neglecting our triceps. We're hitting them heavy and hard. If you guys want your arms to look nice, big, and full, right? And good, we're gonna hop up and we're gonna be right to those shoulder raises, lateral raises, stepping on that band. And then with this, guys, I want a slight bend in the elbow. So if I show you side profile, slight bend in the elbow so it doesn't have to be completely locked out, right? Up nice and tall. Slight bend in the elbow. We're gonna come up in that elbow. So if I show you like this, my elbow is gonna stay slightly higher than my wrist. Why am I doing that? Because it's gonna make me have a better mind-muscle connection, and I'm gonna hit my deltoid more. So when I'm doing these lateral raises, the goal isn't for me to be using my arms as much as possible. It's to be using my shoulder muscle, to be using those deltoids, right? So when I really think about, I'm pulling from the bottom of my deltoid where it inserts. They're the top end of my humerus right there. And when we lead with our elbow, it makes us consciously and subconsciously use more of our deltoid rather than if we do it the other way. We're gonna be just using a lot of our forearms and getting a lot of swinging in. And good. So 30 seconds of rest on the clock. Go ahead, grab a quick sip. How's everybody doing this morning? Let me go ahead. Amy, how are we doing? How are you doing today? Megan, what's going on? Colleen, Michael Favetti, what's going on, my man? Andrea Graham, how are you doing? Hopefully Moe's and everything's doing good. Shout out to Moe's. Support local businesses. Go to Moe's in Avon or North Olmsted. Alicia, what is going on? Moving on to block 4, all right? So we got a little bit more time to rest on the clock. I'm gonna go through the exercises real quick and then we're gonna get into it, all right? So grab a small sip. Remember, no chugging, we don't want to come back up. So, some of these might be a little tough. The lateral band with the lateral lunge is gonna look like this, okay? So, I'm gonna back up this way you guys can see. So, the lateral bound, we're gonna come up, over, lateral lunge, right? Up, over, lateral lunge, just like that, okay? And then we have our kickovers. Once again, you guys can use anything you want. I'm just using this, nice and simple. It's laying around. For the kickovers, I'm gonna show you guys view from right here. We're gonna be right here, kind of in a bear crawl position, kicking up to our butt and over, up and over, just like that. And the third one of that block, basic jumping jacks. Everybody should know how to do jumping jacks. Arms all the way up, just like that. If you have to bend them a little bit like I do, so you don't smack that ceiling, that's perfectly fine, all right? So, we're gonna be starting, and we're gonna get to those lateral bounds with the lateral lunges, and we're gonna go ahead and start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's get it. So lateral bound, lateral lunge, come up. Lateral bound, lateral lunge, come up. Hitting the same side on this one. Once again, you guys can play around with the rest game the way that you guys are doing it. Sit down and back on that hip as we're doing it. Stand all the way up tall, all right? This one, we're gonna hit a double, switch it up a little bit. Hit a triple on them. Hey! Once again, have fun with it, right? We can mess with it a little bit if you guys want. Have some fun with it. If you want to throw your own little twist on there, please feel free. Do. It's gonna make it a little bit more fun. Whatever's gonna make you hit it a little bit harder. Now we're gonna get right to those kickovers. Gonna go ahead and bring our Tide Studio Dark Colors. Hands on the ground, jumping over, back and forth, consistent, non-stop for 30 seconds. All right, and we're gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Remember, really get those heels up to your butt. Get up as high as you can. If you want to kick up almost to a handstand, woo, go for it. Or if you got to just keep it nice and short, that's fine too, right? There we go. We got about 15 seconds on the clock. Make sure we don't knock over our Studio Dark Colors. On the next round, I think we're going to get a little risky. 2, 1. So what we're going to do on the next round, we're going to take the cap off. So if you guys want to see me potentially knock the cap off and completely mess up my carpet, you guys got to stick around for at least one more round. Because we're going to take it back up to the beginning, back up to the warm-up. Block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4. We got 7 seconds on the clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. 30 seconds rest. Then we're gonna cycle through everything. Uno más, which means one more time. Nice little sip of water. If you guys have any questions, please go ahead, drop them down below. Hope everybody's having a great time, having a great Tuesday, working hard. We got about 12 seconds. We're getting back to the warm-up, so remember, it's gonna be push-ups, squats, and jumping jacks, 30 seconds each. We got 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Nice big push-ups. Get that chest all the way down to the ground. Chest and chin, touch to the ground every single time. Remember, once again, you guys are able to modify this. You can go down to your knees, and it'll be a little bit easier for you. 10 seconds on the clock. Let's get it, keep cranking it out. Right after this, we're gonna be getting right into those squats. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. And if you guys want a little bit of resistance, go ahead, grab your detergent. Here, so we got 30 seconds. So keep moving. Even if I talk and I stop for a second to grab some, I want you guys to keep moving for the duration of that period, because I want to be showing you guys different things that we could do. So keep going, keep going. So I had that detergent as resistance. If you guys have your band by, you guys can use this band for resistance. You can hold it right here, hold it at your shoulders, get a little bit more added resistance. Feet are flat on the ground, chest stays up, no hunching over. 3, 2, 1, good. Right to those jumping jacks. And also, you guys can make this, keep going, keep going. You guys can make this exercise a little bit more difficult and challenging too by throwing that band right around those ankles, creating some resistance on those legs. It's gonna help engaging more of those glutes, especially the medial glute on the side. Tight in tone, firm everything up, all right? 3, 2, 1, remember, no rest between warm up, block 1, side plank, up, right here. Hips are off the ground, feet are stacked, or they could be staggered. If you're having a little bit of trouble with balancing, keep those hips up, nice and tall. Keep that core engaged. Once again, whoop, I'm gonna shift down the women frame. We're gonna be hitting a lot of the oblique muscles. That is our side muscles right here. Hitting a lot of that. We're also gonna be hitting our deep transverse abdominis. A lot of core work right now. And good, go ahead and switch sides. Right back up. There we go. So on this, I want you guys to focus, think about your core, keep those hips up, don't let them sag, and I want you to keep everything nice and tight. And you'll see me, if you see me touching my side or kind of tapping it, it's so that way I have a mental cue that, oh, I'm palpating myself. I need to make sure that this is tight, don't let it be weak. So if somebody's gonna hit you in the stomach, how you naturally tense up your whole core, keep it nice and tight like that. 3, 2, 1, and good. And we are gonna be getting right to those banded chops. So go ahead, grab your band, throw it around whatever you got. Well, remember, you guys can use a weight, whatever you need to. Right here. Once again, have fun, play with it. If your band's a little bit lighter, go faster. If your band's heavy, go slow. Focus on that time under tension right there. Really squeezing everything you got. Right, nice big rotations, all the way to the right, all the way to the left. Also, play with the height, all right? Put it down low, put it up high. Put it completely parallel to the ground. And we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. It's all gonna be hitting the muscles just a little bit different, all right? Different angles of pulls. Gonna be working the muscle a little bit different, which is always good because we wanna optimize our training. We wanna make sure that we're hitting our muscles from as many different angles as possible, right? Elicit the most growth and strength. Right after this, we're gonna be dropping down for those flutter kicks. And good. So, right down to our back, keeping our back nice and flat on the ground. You guys put your hands under your butt if you like. Right here, flutter kicks. Alternating those legs, going up and down. Keeping that core nice and engaged. Once again, posterior pelvic tilt. So I'm not arching my back. My hands should not be able to do this. It should be blocked, just like that. Keeping that low back down on the ground. It's gonna keep us, make sure that we're keeping our core nice and engaged, working that muscle group. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We got 30 seconds before we're moving on to block numero dos. And these are gonna be the lateral push-up walks, lateral banded walks, and the glute bridge. We got 14 seconds on the clock. And also, you can make it more challenging if you want, so we're gonna step it up since this is gonna be our last round together. Even for the lateral push-up walks, have a band around your ankles, have a band around your wrist. And you'll see how this is gonna make it a little bit more difficult for these lateral banded push-ups, all right? So we got the bands on, or you can have one or the other on. All right, so remember, hit that push-up, step, step, push-up. Step with my arm, step with my leg, push-up. Same thing, arm, leg, push-up. Step, push-up. So right here, we're also adding in a little bit more shoulder work. We're getting a little bit more of our glutes in with the bands, making us have to activate it a little bit more. And good. Moving on down. It's right to those banded lateral walks. I'm gonna throw the second band on because these are pretty easy. Step it up, challenge myself a little bit. Staying in that quarter squat position, athletic base position, nice and low, nice big steps. Once again, you can play around with the speed of this too. If you want to go a little bit quicker because your band's super light, or if your band's heavy, take your time. Big step, getting that time under tension. Big step, feel those glutes. Also, when you're doing this, do not feel weird, right? It's your body. Put your hands on your hips, put your hands on your glutes. Make sure everything's activated. Get that mind-muscle connection. We want to learn our body. We want to know our body. We want to know how to activate all of our muscles. The better mind-muscle connection we have, the stronger and bigger our muscles can get. All right, we really want to be aware, know our body. Put your hands right there on your glutes. Feel that muscle activate. Or think about it consciously. Think about moving that leg out and squeezing that muscle, okay? So I really want you guys to focus on that. Body awareness, knowing our body, knowing where it's at. Squeezing, feeling those glutes, and perfect. Once again, we're gonna drop it down for those glute bridges. We went over time a little bit there, that's perfectly fine though. You can never get too much glute work. Screwing this band up. Over this time, we're gonna have both bands on. We're on our knees, heels are digging in the ground, toes are up, driving our hips up for this glute bridge, pushing our knees out against that band, fighting the resistance of that band, right? So it's trying to pull our legs together. We wanna come up, squeeze those glutes, hold with me. Keep those knees out. Don't let them come in. We're gonna be in a little bit of external rotation right here. And down. Once again, this is something you can play with the skiing. If your bands are too easy or you don't have any bands, you can go a little bit quicker, or even if you don't have bands, you can go fast, you can go slow, play around with it, but really focus on getting those squeezes at the top. Even if you're gonna go quick, make sure you're getting a quick squeeze at the top. Up, squeeze, feel those glutes, touch them, make sure they're tight. Up, squeeze, down, up, squeeze, hold, down, and good. So, moving on to block 3, but we got 30 seconds on the clock. Rest, grab some agua. We're gonna be getting into my favorite part of it, obviously, the arm section. Boom, we're gonna be hitting bis, tris, and shoulders. So we're gonna be doing those banded curls, the banded tricep extensions, and the banded lateral shoulder raises. And like I told you guys, if you stick around through block 4, which I see people are, I'm gonna be taking the cap off of this tide and potentially ruining my carpet. But we gotta do it for the live viewers. All right, let's grab our band. Let's get ready to get this pump going. What do you say, fam? Let's do it. No better day than arm day, you know what I'm saying? All righty, 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Up, squeeze those biceps. Up, squeeze, hold. We're gonna be messing with the scheme on this one. Stay with me. Down nice and slow, down nice and slow. Hold, squeeze it, keep it tight. Don't let it go all the way down. We're staying at 90 degrees right here. And down, and go ahead, crank them out as quick as you can for 10 seconds. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Keep those elbows pinched to the side. Don't let it travel. No momentum. Chest up nice and tall, core engaged. And slow it down. Squeeze those biceps. We got 10 more seconds on the clock. Then we're gonna bring it down. Be hitting those triceps, all right? Really squeeze those biceps. Same thing, mind-muscle connection. If you wanna do these one at a time, also go ahead. Put one hand on that bicep muscle. Flex it as hard as you can and feel it. Palpate that muscle. Make sure you're engaging it. It's all about that mind-muscle connection. Squeeze! Beautiful. We're gonna bring it on down for those tricep extensions. Remember, have that band blocked by your feet right there. And we're gonna come up and down, just like that, right there. There we go, beautiful. And like I said before, unless you guys are just jumping in the video, you can use bungee cords, bungee bands, any kind of elastic band that you guys have, right? You guys could use rope, you can use a dumbbell, a kettlebell, a barbell, nearly anything for these exercises, a can of Campbell's tomato soup. You guys can use a gallon of water. You can use a dog, a cat, whatever you got lying around. We got about 5 more seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, and good. Timer stop. We're gonna restart that. Boom, perfect. Be back to those lateral raises. Stepping on that band. Remember, elbow slightly higher than that wrist. Coming up, making sure that we are engaging those deltoids, right? Up nice and tall. So I'm showing you guys, slight bend in the arm. Elbow stays a little bit higher than that wrist. Better mind muscle connection. Right there. The goal of this isn't to move the most amount of weight. It's to be targeting that deltoid as best that we can, right? It's a little bit smaller muscle group. Our other muscles we're gonna try to take over. Also, because of the nature of the pool, especially if we use dumbbells for an exercise like this, we're gonna be using a lot more momentum from swinging, and we're not gonna be really using it. So even if you're at a gym, you have access to a gym, or you're at home, I challenge you, switch up your workout, right? Use a band or use a cable for these deltoids. And time. We got 30 seconds rest before we're moving on to the last block, but I want to finish explaining that. I challenge you guys to use a band or a cable system next time you're hitting your deltoids, right? Reason being, when we use a dumbbell or kettlebell or anything like that, we tend to use a lot of momentum, right? And then it's also because of the angle, we'll use a certain percentage of our deltoid muscle right here, and then it's kind of deactivated, and then we'll use some again right here. So that we're missing a lot of that range of motion purely just due to that swing, right? Purely due to that momentum. And what that band and cable system's gonna do is take that away, because it's gonna have that constant tension. It's gonna have that constant degree of pull on the muscle the whole time, all right? So we're gonna get right into block 4. Quick step, lateral bound with that lateral lunge. Let's get to it. So ready? Get that lateral bound, lunge, up, lateral bound, lunge, up. Cycling through, hitting that same side. Once again, have fun with these. Hit a double on them, lunge. Hit a triple, lunge. You guys got it, perfect. And moving on to the next one. Like I said, I promised, we're doing it. Taking the cap off. So if I spill this, my carpet is going to get ruined, but I'm doing it for you guys, right? Let's get to work. Let's make it happen. 30 seconds and go. I'll show you guys from this view. That way you guys can see if I knock it completely over. Uh-oh, getting close. Let's get a little closer. Let's make it scary. Woo. Woo. Let's see if we can brush the bottle. We're getting close, yeah? Oh, there we go, we touched it. You guys getting worried yet? And time. Beautiful. Last one. Put that cap back on. We're gonna get into those jumping jacks. 30 seconds, jumping jacks, hand ready, go. You guys gotta give me some likes. There's an option on the screen right now. You can hit the thumbs up button, and you can hit the heart button. Unless you guys are working out right now, don't worry about it. If you're just watching, give me some love for that. Come on now. Almost ruined my carpet. Give me some love. Let's see it. Light that screen up. We got 5 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, time. Woo! That is what I'm talking about. Nice work. Give me a screen fist bump. Perfect. Go ahead and stop my timer. So, I'm gonna be live for another minute, answering questions you guys have, and also, thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I know, even still being at home, and some people are actually still even going to work and watching this video later at another time, or you guys might be watching kids or working from home, and I just want to say shout out to you guys. You guys are the real MVPs for watching this video, taking the time out of your day. I know even if you're not working, there's still stuff people are doing around the house. People have kids. There's other things that people are doing. So I want to congratulate you guys for taking the time out of your busy day, right? And spending this time with myself, or the other coaches, if you guys hopped on earlier and really getting that workout in, right? Making sure that we're staying fit and healthy during this time. It can be very challenging. It can be very difficult with just everything going on in the world, tons of craziness. But this is a nice time that we can kind of be together. We can interact with each other, right? Support each other, get a great workout in. We're bettering ourselves, okay? And I want to let you guys know, if this is your first time hopping on and watching the video, every Monday through Friday, we are live streaming workouts, all right? So 8 a.m., we have a full body workout. 9 a.m., we have a speed training workout, speed training session. And at 10 o'clock, we have another full body session. And these are all workouts that you guys could do from the comfort of your own home. You guys do not even have to leave your house. If you guys want to go outside, you can, but you could literally do it with just the space that you have. I'm in my basement right now. You guys could do it in your bedroom, you could do it in your living room, you could do it in your kitchen. Just be careful if you have like slippery floors. Virtually anywhere. And once again, remember, just because this is live doesn't mean you guys can't do this again. We're going to be saving all these workouts. They're going to be uploaded. They're going to be embedded into Facebook. So you guys can go back, watch this video, watch me talk 1,000 times if you guys want. And also, we're going to have all these videos uploaded to YouTube. That way, once everything kind of gets back to normal, you guys can go back on Facebook or YouTube, watch these videos again when you're at home if you happen to miss the gym, or if you guys are on vacation or anything like that, you guys will be able to do these workouts anywhere. And you're getting a great variety, right? Because you're getting different coaches. We all have a little bit different backgrounds. We do things just a little bit different, but we're all great coaches, and we all give you guys a little bit different kind of a workout. So what I would recommend is, if you're able to, switch it up, right? So if you normally do the 10 o'clock with me, maybe switch it up tomorrow, jump in and do the 8 o'clock. Or do the 9 o'clock. If you guys haven't done a speed session yet, I definitely recommend it. CT and James have been doing a great job. They've been killing the speed workout. They got one of our athletes also jumping in the workout with them as well. So if you guys have not done that and you're not familiar with doing that, I highly recommend it. Not only are you going to learn about speed mechanics and how to run faster, even if that's not your goal, right? You're going to get a great workout just from the intensity of it. It's very high pace. It's very movement oriented. You guys are going to be burning a ton of calories, which I'm sure is going to be the goal, especially during this time. For a lot of people, it's going to be a great workout. It's going to be killer. Also, the earlier workouts, they're based a little bit different. So make sure you guys are jumping in there. And it's once again, it's alternating. So some days it's Coach Eric, some days it's Coach Ryan, some days it's Coach Megan. And everybody brings in a little variety of different things. We're all going to be targeting the muscles a little bit different. So you guys are going to be getting it. And so that's going to be the thing. Variety is the spice of life, right? So I challenge you guys, if you're able to finesse it and make it work, finagle it, make sure you guys are switching it up, right? Or if you want, and you want to be absolutely crazy and just crush it, and you guys will get a little bit of rest between, do all 3 workouts. And maybe we'll make that a challenge. Try to do all 3 workouts in one day. That would be tough if you guys are looking to maximize. If you're not doing anything, if if you're not going to work, you don't have kids, or your kids are busy playing video games or watching TV or cleaning or something, I challenge you, try to do all 3 of the workouts in one day. And if you guys have an Apple Watch, or you guys have your phone on you or anything like that, you guys can track how many calories you burn. It's going to be absolutely insane. You guys are going to burn a ton of calories, especially if you're doing all 3 of the rounds and doing everything like we're recommending for you guys to do. You guys are going to burn a ton of calories, and it's going to really help keep you guys in shape during this crazy time, all right? So that's going to conclude this workout. I've been talking way too long for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you guys tomorrow bright and early at 8 a.m. I hope you guys have an amazing Tuesday, because today's a great day. Every day's a great day. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.